Welcome to what is one of the worst dramatic shows on television. Although some people don't think it's much of a comedy either. Coming up on tonight's show, I'll be joined by a man who has been in the theatre, the film, the whole entertainment industry for over 40 years, performing. Mark Lee will be on the show. And also Mamamia blogger and writer Jo Abi will also be here. My first guest you may know from many of his roles on television and also probably most famously his role in the movie Gallipoli. Please welcome Mark Lee, everybody. Hello, Mark. How are you? Take a seat. Boy, I don't know if you'd like me to use that intro. It's still something you'd be proud of, surely?
Oh, it's like a lifetime ago, though. I mean, it's like 35 years ago.
35 years ago, yeah.
So, yeah, but I mean, it's probably the most high-profile thing people know me for.
Yeah, so. I auditioned for a role in that film.
Oh, yeah?
I was living in Adelaide, because it was shot around Adelaide, wasn't it, some parts
Yeah,
of it?
some Adelaide and Port Lincoln, yeah.
Yeah, and I went for an audition and didn't get it.
Oh, no.
We could have been in the same movie, but we're not. It's taken 35 years for us to work together on this. Good. Yeah. People still bring it up when they see you? Or
look, yeah, I mean, they do, because it's obviously probably the only thing they know me from, unless you go to a bit of independent theatre and stuff. But, yeah, people are pretty nice about it, and last year got all a bit heady about the whole thing because of the 100th commemoration, so...
Because you are a bit of I guess, a war buff, or the history...
Military history,
military history,
I've been like that since I was a kid. Actually, it was American history. The American Civil War fascinated me as a kid.
Have you ever been to Gallipoli?
I went for the first time last year.
Yep.
It was October, November. My wife and I had been planning it for a while, and then it was the perfect thing to get a job. Because we'd plan and start to book tickets and that, and then you get a job. And this happened for about 3 or 4 years, and then finally I had this gap, and we went out of tourist season, and it was... I didn't expect it to be as moving as it was.
Yeah.
It's a very haunting place, and I mean, the Turkish people have kept it beautiful. I mean, it's a memorial on prime real estate. Yeah. And we went around with a university lecturer, just the three of us.
Okay.
And it was a beautiful 6 hours. It was quite stunning.
That's great. So some of the other work you have been in, because as an actor, I guess you got to write, produce, and start creating a lot of your own projects. There was another film. Was it a short film that you did, or a...
I directed some short films, but I directed a feature film called The Bet with Matthew Newton and Aidan Young a few years ago. So, that was an interesting experience, like feature film. It's kind of like the big wheels are in motion as soon as you start each day, and people are going to come to you asking you questions, and they expect answers sort of immediately because the machinery's going. And you're going, yes, yes, no, no, please, I'll get back to you. And when it finishes, you go, oh, you know, was that the...
That's what I do here every night.
Well, you know what it's like.
People ask me questions, I'm going, I don't know.
No.
You can tell, I don't know. Are we going to have a good show? I don't know. What are your guests going to be like? Don't know. But it's been great. The audiences have been great for the show, you know, they've always come and supported this as well.
This is lovely, yeah.
So the live theatre, how do you find that? Because
I love performing live theatre because it's a process like that never finishes. I mean, even the last night, the play is evolving, and I just love it. And it's this, you know, connecting to an audience directly.
But it's not, you don't find that. See, when you hear people do musicals, like, you know, I was Phantom of the Opera for 30 years, I think, my God, wouldn't you want to just put a fork in your head?
Yeah. Probably, yeah. No,
because you can't stray from that. Surely you've got to.
I think the longest I ever did was 4 months. We toured a show with. It was with. Grant Dodwell and Donald Gibson, Mel's brother, and a whole group of us, and the wheels kind of fell off it very early in the piece, and we're desperately trying to patch it together, you know.
Was it an ego thing or a production
No,
thing?
no, it was kind of just left by the director for a while, and we sort of toured and people got bigger and bigger. Yeah, and that was tricky because you need someone to just keep the hand on it.
TV as well, like that's got to pop up every now and then. You get an acting role on a show. Do you look at a script then and think, geez, I hope I don't die? Or something there you go. Yeah, I wouldn't mind a couple of years out of this to buy a swimming pool.
If a project is really good, it's great. I'm working as a regular guest on the second season of A Place to Call Home.
Yeah.
And that's been a lot of fun. You know, set in the 50s and playing a sort of a packer type character who produces these magazines and is wealthy and has got a knighthood and doesn't care about anything.
Yeah,
so
that's good.
Kind of fun.
That was a weird story. Wasn't A Place Called Home on a network and then
Seven had it and then Fox picked it up. So, and that's when I came into it last year. So it was and working with a lot of old friends too. So
other mini-series too that you're in, like again the war thing, because I remember, I don't want to make you sound really old, but Vietnam. Again, you've not been typecast, have you?
I think there was a run of them when I was younger, but since I've hit my 50s, it's sort of not so much.
Yeah.
We did. That was a Kennedy Miller thing. That was in the days when they were producing those really lovely mini-series. They did Bodyline, they did Bangkok Hilton with Nicole Kidman. They were terrific. Unfortunately, they pulled the plug, and I think they were just too expensive for the stations. And, which was really sad because they were great pieces of TV. The Dismissal was the first one they did.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. So
your music career. I'm not sure if I can say career. It's probably in line with Russell Crowe's music career. Have you just mucked around with guitars, instruments, or is it something that you've done for a long time?
I made a living out of it in the 80s. But, with various bands and that. But I mean, you could then, because every pub, there were no pokies and that, and every pub had a live band, so you could work 6-7 nights a week if you wanted to.
It's really lacking. Every city, I think, maybe Melbourne and...
Melbourne's good.
Melbourne still does it,
Melbourne's
but
got a
you
lovely
find Sydney used to be a great place on...
it's a bit of a desert now.
Sunday afternoon, live music.
And of course,
awesome.
they don't pay very well, and it's really tricky. But I did that for a while, and but I've always kept it going. I've got a couple of mates of mine there's a little studio up in Springwood, and we do a lot of recording there. Yeah. And recently, we've just finished recording an album with two guys I went to high school with. Okay. We've been playing together since '71.
Wow.
And a guy we've been playing with since '80. And we said, look, let's do an album where we back each other. We all put 4 songs on.
All right, yeah.
And we'll have a release concert sometime in the middle of this year.
Okay, cool.
Just a celebration. So,
what's the name of the album? Has it been finished? Is it completed?
It's finished. We were mixing it now. So,
okay, cool.
The album's called Blindspot, and it's just our names. It's Ian Host. It's Host, Johnson, Lee, and McClymont. So
right, okay.
We kept it separate.
Yeah. Where can you buy it? Is it going to be?
Well,
have you got your own? Because everything now is done online.
Yeah, it'll all be online.
iTunes and
look, the social media thing's great. You can get onto, and even the concert. I mean, we'll get onto old high school networks and that. And it'd just be nice to have its day in the sun, just once, the whole album, and with a full band. We've got a bass player and a drummer, and so it's good.
Well, I'm looking forward because later on in the show you're going to be here playing a tune.
Yeah, stripped down version, acoustic version of it. But
Well, that's why this is the unplugged because and we have to do that on this show because of the budget.
Oh, I think.
No, I'm serious. We have nothing. I mean, I can hear the till getting changed. Right? Somebody has just bought a beer in the back of the room. That's the type of show this is. This could be done inside. This could be done in a lounge room. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I thought it was.
Yeah, it does, isn't it? To finish up, I just want to head back because I have reenacted your famous scene once. No, I did. I was on my Bucks night. It was actually a Bucks Day. We had a Bucks Day party.
That's deadly.
And we went and played paintball. And I'd run out of ammunition. And I thought, you know what? I've run out of ammunition, but I'm not just going to lie down. Oh no! I jumped over. Before I jumped over, I said to myself, how fast are you going to run? How fast, Mark, do you think I ran?
Not as fast as a little.
No, I didn't. I got over the top, paintballs were splatting in my head. I think Carl Barron actually shot me.
I heard he's like that.
Yeah. Oh, the competition fierce. That's what comedy's like. Anyway, I look forward to you coming back later on the show with the boys and playing the song.
Thanks
you for being here, Mark.
Thanks a lot.
Appreciate it.
I'll still exit the side, yeah?
That's it. Stick around after the break. Jo Abi will be out. Welcome back to the show. My next guest is, in fact, a writer for the Mamamia website and also an author. Please welcome Jo Abi, everybody. Hi. Take a seat. Oh, I thought I was going to sneeze in. Oh, you've just come out and started mucking up the set.
And
you
I
can
put
just...
lipstick on you, look.
Oh, man, did you?
It's not even a good kiss mark, it's like a partial kiss mark.
Is it?
I could have done that better.
That's right. You just come out, you've wrecked the set, you've kissed me, you've ruined my makeup.
Sorry. I shouldn't have left the house.
No, that's right. You can just pick that up and stick that
sure.
back
Look,
on.
I'll fix this for you. Look,
just...
I'm pretty handy because I've got 3 kids. I'm constantly fixing furniture and broken toys, and I've got my own screwdriver set because everything needs batteries these days and everything breaks. And I've got
Hang on, what are we talking about?
And me fixing kids' toys
oh,
and
right.
furniture.
I don't get kids' toys with the batteries. Yeah, righto. Don't you hate it when you got to change a battery?
I wish I had time for that, seriously. It just doesn't happen.
What are you talking about now?
I don't know. What are you talking about? I don't know what's happening.
You're a keen writer, though, aren't you? You like to write about stuff. Do you have to get things off your chest, do you?
Well, I'm lucky I do because it really is like therapy. So when things happen to me that are great or horrible, I'm just like, oh my God, that was horrible. I can't believe that just happened. That'd make a good article. So, and then I just sit down and I write it and I feel better instantly.
Hang on, you've got a mark on your face too.
Oh, do I?
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Should I take yours off as well?
Go on then.
Because it looks really weird.
Yeah. So
now it looks like you're wearing blush.
Oh man, what are you doing?
No, it looks like you've been punched. People don't punch you, do they?
Well, have you seen the show?
I have. It's great. I love it.
Yeah, now you're writing though, Mamamia. Isn't that like a good website?
It is a good website.
I just looked around at the amount of women that are here. That's all.
We're a proud feminist website. Like feminism is not a dirty word. It's just one of those things.
But you don't male bash, do you?
Well,
there you go. You just answered my question, haven't you?
It depends. It depends. Like, I mean, we sort of, we critically discuss lots of different issues, and if someone really annoys me, I might write a ranty article about it. But, everyone writes about everything, and we've got male writers as well, and it's just a really cool site.
Have you ever dated a dad?
I have. I married a dad, so I'm a second wife. Oh. And when I met my boyfriend, he had 2 boys, and I was very young, very naive. I'd watched way too much Brady Bunch. I thought, oh, me and his ex will get along really well, and we have never met to this day, 18 years later. We've never met.
Really?
We've never even laid eyes on each other.
I bring that up because you do have a book that you've written.
I do, yes.
How to Date a Dad. And I'm guessing that this is for divorced people. Not just, oh, he looks all right. I wonder if he's married.
It's more about going, do you have kids,
Yeah.
Because some people can handle it, but then some people sort of can't. And it's really funny because a lot of my friends who've dated dads, it starts off really great, they're really nice to the kids, but then it sort of just turns sour. Yeah. Because
it's a honeymoon period again, isn't it? Everyone goes, oh, this is nice.
And they're so cute, we get along so well. And then they're kids, they're meant to be slightly annoying and in your way. That's just their children.
Yeah. So are dads.
Yeah, so are dads. Yeah, boyfriends start to get annoying, kids start to get annoying. And my advice is always, they're kids, you're a grown-up, so they can act out, but you're not allowed to. You can't come into this situation and start acting out and complaining because these are children and you've got to put them first.
It takes a while for the kids to
It
adjust.
takes a few years, it really does.
I just saw something here because because I know this guy. And he's
you've
got there's a quote in here.
I had 2 dads contribute to the book.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, I've only opened the page with the only quote on it, have I?
You haven't read it?
Oh yes, I have. I read it last night.
That's what most. You took notes.
That's what most. The talk shows and everyone goes, yeah, I read the book. No, I didn't. I haven't. This is the first time I've seen it.
Just read the blurb.
Tell you the truth, I haven't even seen this in a shop.
It is on ebook, and I did download myself. I was so embarrassed. I was like, I'm just so stoked that it's an ebook, and I just bought it on iBooks.
Did you?
And,
Oh, that's good. But you can do all that now. But I don't. I like reading a book.
I do like a good book.
I don't know if I should read this quote because I haven't really read it.
Oh, you can.
I could just read it out and see where it goes.
Let's see.
Okay, I'm always upfront about my children on meeting a person. It's best to hide nothing. If for no other reason, then I'm proud of my kids and being a dad.
Yeah.
If someone doesn't appreciate my situation, then it's a no-go. That's bullshit.
That's good. No, it's good because...
You're the first guy on a date. If you're on a date with a woman, the first thing is like, oh, by the way, I got kids, so let's get it on. That gets brought up the morning after. Oh,
but I reckon he's had some bad experiences. Like he's probably started dating some girls.
That guy, I do know the guy, so yes, he has.
And then, like later on, when he brings up the fact that he's got, has a child, it sort of went sour, and he wanted to avoid that. And I can understand that.
Yeah. And how are your kids then? You say you've got 3.
I've got 3.
You've got 2 stepkids.
Yes, but they're older now. They're 27 and 23, and one of them has 2 kids. So I am a step-grandmother now.
Whoa, look out.
It is so weird.
Yeah. You don't look like a grandmother.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah. Your middle boy.
Yes.
Middle boy? Old
My middle boy, who's 7.
Boys, girls?
I've got 2 boys. One boy, Philip, is 12, and then Giovanni is 7, and then my daughter is 6.
What's your daughter's name then?
Katerina.
So you got what? Philip, Giovanni, and then Katerina.
Katerina, yeah, 2 Italian names and 1 English, because I named them all after parents because I couldn't really think of names. So I was like, oh, that sounds good, that sounds good. And
that's a lot of pressure, isn't it, when you have kids too?
Is.
But it's always good that your first one's a boy, isn't it?
Yeah, I did like having, I did like having a boy.
There? What do you mean? It is.
I would have been happy with whatever, but yeah.
No, see, people say that. Everybody says it. I don't care what it is, as long as it's healthy and has a penis. That's what you say.
A girl first because I had my stepsons and I thought it'd be cool to have a girl because I thought maybe they'd be more accepting of a girl into the family, not like a competitive son. But I had Philip and they really love him.
Did you do that thing where you kept trying until you had a girl?
Well, I tried to plan it to have a girl. I read all the books and I did all the things and I ended up with Giovanni. And then my daughter was an accident, so I never successfully planned a daughter. She just happened.
This show will be online later on. And it'll be around forever. This show is around forever. And you just screwed her head up for the rest of your life.
No, we're religious. I can just say to her, look, God gave you to me, and you should be like, cool, no worries, because Catholic school, it solves lots of issues.
So she's used to bullshit.
Well, I like to be really open with my kids. I mean, I don't like to have too many secrets. So I told my son he's autistic, and he says it himself. And, now my daughter knows she's an accident, and I'm glad that's gotten out of the way as well. And my other son has food allergies, and we just talk about everything openly. What
about your husband? You get on with him at all?
We get along really well. He does as he's told, and it's really good.
Oh, here comes the feminazi again.
No, well, the thing is, when I met him, he acted like he was a feminist, and then I married him, and he was really sexist for a few years. Like, he had all these...
Is that in the book?
No, that's another book. And now he's better now, but he had all these opinions and ideas on things I should do, and I was like, hang on a second, you were so supportive before we got married, and you have to be again. And so I've trained him, and now he's much better. We've been together for 18 years.
I know, yes, and I'm sure it feels like it. Best case scenario with an ex. I don't think you have the experience to talk about that now.
I have friends who have experience.
Your career started in radio, I guess. Your media career started in radio. And you were doing traffic reports, is that right?
I was doing traffic in the chopper, but I was so violently ill that I had to stop. I am so airsick, I just couldn't handle it anymore, which was such a shame because it was so fun.
But in all honesty, right, that's radio, right? It's radio.
Well, that was TV traffic, and we also did radio traffic.
So radio traffic, you can get away. You can just sit in a studio, can't you?
Yeah, we're in a
Somebody
studio.
in the corner goes...
No.
Yeah, we're up here looking down over the Harbour Bridge.
Can you do that
and you
again?
can just read them. Yeah, that's a chapter in the book, by the way, how dads do that.
We don't pretend to be in the chopper anymore. No, it's all online, and I've got access to a website where I've got cameras on every road in Sydney.
Yeah, so you can probably do it at home then.
I do.
Oh,
I do it from home quite often. I've got a
Would that
studio.
be funny? People driving to work really pissed off with the traffic, and you're just lying in bed looking at your laptop. Oh yeah, traffic in Sydney is a shithouse this morning. Well, Jo, now
that you've completely discredited my entire career. I
have, haven't I? Really, I'm sorry about that.
What else do you want to slam?
Well, you started it. You came out. You made a mess.
It's not good enough. The book I'm not qualified for, and traffic's fake. What else do I do that you can slam? I'm not sure.
You know the best thing about this episode? We'll get a lot of complaints. You know what? And that doesn't matter because that's how the media works, doesn't it?
That's true. That's true. It's
People...
about lots of opinions on other people's business. I'm 40 in a few days, so nothing phases me anymore. I'm just glad to have made it this far.
40 in a few days. Me too.
Yes.
Look at us. We look like twins. That was a go at me then, all right?
Of course,
not you.
of course. You don't look anywhere near 40.
Thank you. All right, I'll call that one all right? Okay.
Just give me one. Just give me one.
That's it. Okay, now, where can we follow you?
So joabi.com.au or mamamia.com.au.
No, I meant where do you live?
Oh,
no,
well...
No, go ahead. What is it? Jo Abi...
joabi.com.au. But I mostly... that's all sort of the stuff that Mamamia rejects.
Okay.
So all the good stuff I write is on mamamia.com.au, and if they pass on something, I just put it on my blog.
Cool. There you go. Check out mamamia.com.au. Please thank Jo Abi, everybody, for me.
Thank you.
And we'll be back after the break with Mark Lee. Thank you. Right. And we are now welcoming back Mark. Do you want to introduce the boys to everybody?
Sure. We've got Mr. Phil Johnson on piano, accordion, vocals. We've got Mr. Ian Host on vocals, Mr. Robert McClymont on guitar and vocals, and me. So.
All right. And the song you're about to play for us is?
Rise and Fall.
Rise and Fall. Take it away, Mark and the boys.
Lonely byways, cold, cold mornings. Tell me now, is this the only way? Truck ain't running like I know she ought to, but I'm scratching change to keep the wolves away. So tell me, baby, you still got that dress? I wanna bought yourself a summers ago. And does it catch the light like it once did? Or what I wouldn't give to see you turn around slow. I could glide by your front door tonight.
Hey, hey, what you say? Ain't no need to fade away.
We could trace the rise and fall tonight. I hear you left that fella by the water, and you've been keeping such a low profile. Had me a couple of short and pretty lovers, just too smart to hang around after a while. But I remember the long, warm evenings, chasing things you couldn't put a name to. Oh, I descend from a restless motivation. I know it's something that ain't new to you. And I could glide by your front door tonight.
Hey, hey, what you say? Ain't no need to fade away.
We could trace the rise and fall tonight. And the lines upon my face are like roads that I have traveled but forgot. Thought I lost my way, then you turned and you smiled. My. Take these mornings and these lonely byways. If you whisper something, I could hang it all on. Well, this world is gonna turn, with or without us. Give it one more chance, put it all on the run. I could glide by your front door tonight.
Hey, hey, what you say? Ain't no need to fade away.
We could trace the rise and fall tonight. I could glide by your front door tonight.
Hey, hey, what you say? Ain't no need to fade away.
We could trace the rise and fall tonight. We could trace the rise and fall tonight. We could trace the rise and fall tonight.
trace the rise and fall tonight. Thank you.
Mark Lee and the boys. Keep that applause going too for Jo Abi. We'll see you again soon. Good night.